No way.
No way.
And you're at the slowest,
50th of a second with the F20.
lowest ISO possible?
100. It's on auto, as a matter of fact.
We need some ND filters. Hey Jason.
Hey Chris.
Welcome back to Moto Photo Adventures, everybody. We have a great adventure about to embark on today.
We do. And it starts right here at Fernando Beach. We should go running on the beach in slow motion. I'll be Hasselhoff. You'll be...
I hate to tell you, I do not have the assets to be anybody else on that show.
Well, I don't have the absets either.
Well, we're getting ready to do the Phat, gentlemen and ladies.
The PHAT.
PHAT, which stands for
Panhandle Adventure Trail.
And we have to thank Tony from VMan1313 who created the GPS tracks for this trail. It basically starts on the east coast of Florida and rides up basically across the northern section of Florida.
Yep.
Trails is kind of like the Trans-America Trail or the SCAR, you know, those other videos that you've seen us produce, those other adventures. If you haven't, go check those out. We have a complete series on the SCAR,
right?
The TAT,
right?
The Mabder,
right? For the off-road stuff, that was pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got Natchez Trace in Mexico.
Yeah, but those were all road.
Those are all road.
These were going to hit some dirt. Now, with that being said, we just had a huge storm come through here.
Yes.
So we are in for it. We have been warned.
Lightning and thunder and possibilities of tornadoes.
It was very heavy but very brief as it passed across from west to east. But in that very brief amount of time, a lot of water fell. So we have been warned by a couple of people. The bearded grump said, don't go through any puddles you haven't tested first, because there's a bunch that could be deep.
That could swallow you whole.
Yep. Now, obviously, we're going to have a lot of sand. So depending on how fast that water got seeped into the dirt will dictate how compact that sand is. If it's anything like this, it's going to be an adventure.
So if you're interested in seeing a couple of old dudes struggle through some adventure trails with a fully loaded Aprilia Touareg 660 and a Husqvarna Norden 901,
we're your
follow
guys.
along.
We're your guys. Yeah. There we go. And I need to make sure that...
See folks, this is the problem with being an adventure motorcycle rider when you YouTube. It takes you 7 minutes just to get all the cameras rolling.
Yeah, and then if you're on the beach, you're about to figure out why it takes us 7 minutes to get out of here. All right, let's give it a whirl.
Go for it. Go, man, go. Idiot car driver coming in.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you stopping my momentum.
Woo! Hold on, I gotta get into off-road mode. This is gonna be good.
Screw that. We're already on road. Let's go.
Oh! I didn't make it.
Oh, did you fall down?
No. I'm just in deep.
Oh. You can do it.
Ugh.
You can do it.
I am in off-road mode.
I can hear you.
Woo! And we're off, Jason.
You're off.
Most of the first section, I would imagine, is going to be paved because obviously there's so many people who live near the beach.
That's right.
That'd be pretty tough to find a dirt road that goes from the beach to, like, I don't know, I-95.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
But I'm excited. This is going to be fun. We have some adverse weather coming up. We just had that big storm last night. Today is pretty chilly. We're layered up. And then tomorrow and Friday are supposed to be pretty chilly too. So I guess we'll suffer through it, huh?
I guess we will. And we have a couple of off-the-trail stops, one of which being my mom.
I know. I can't wait to meet her.
That's the first stop we got in about an hour.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Indeed.
Wow, there's an old bridge down there. Train.
great.
Wow, what a view, what a view. I have to say, Florida's pretty beautiful country.
I agree.
Yeah, Jason, I really like the extra capacity of this new tank bag from Nelson Rig,
Yep.
but it hits me right in the crotch when I'm trying to stand.
I had the same issue, and your tank is even higher than mine is.
Yeah,
I had that on the V-Strom, and that tank came up high,
yep.
and it was, yeah, right in the gonads.
I can't even stand up straight, like really straight.
You have to lean back a little bit. Well, they say in the dirt, leaning back is a good thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's forcing me to bend over at the waist.
Oh, no, that's no good.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can, if we stop, you can push it forward and get it out of their way?
I don't know.
Or your avocado is just way too big?
No, it's all right. I'll live. But definitely not the way I would want to be tearing up these back roads if I could, you know.
Well, if you wanted to be doing tearing up the back road, well, in my abilities, I would need a bike 1/3 the size.
Or just not have all the camping gear with us.
True. We had decided we were going to hotel it the whole way.
Yep, could have just left all that at home. That would have been nice.
Yep. I mean, we've done a couple of, like this is the first dirt, trail trip we've done. Well, we've done some Francis Marion, but that's like forest interstate. That stuff's really compact and easy.
Yeah.
And this is not deep, but it's freshly wet, so we got a little bit of compactness. But every so often you'll hit a little spot
It is squirmy.
where it goes, ha, keeping you alert, ha.
Absolutely. It's almost like it's faking us out. You think it's pretty solid, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa.
Exactly.
It's fun. It's nice to be off the beaten path. No traffic anymore, that's for sure.
That's exactly the case. So I'm just going to hover around here in first and second gear down this road, just pedal along.
All right. Enjoy the scenery.
If you need more wind, feel free to
Head on by.
take a pass.
Well.
Just don't do it close, because you never know when I'm going to go side.
Ooh, I'm going living on the edge.
See, you take a risk sitting over there by the ditch.
I know, right? It could just fall off right in front of me.
Yeah. You go right in the ditch.
Well, I'm committed now. Too late. I can't. I'm not going to try and get back over.
Nope.
I will say one thing. It is beautiful out here.
I like it out here. It's nice.
So much better than all that concrete slab.
Oh, well, yeah, that and the people.
What's your shirt say?
I hate people. It's a Sasquatch shirt I got up in North Carolina. My wife goes, hey, this is your shirt. I'm like, dang right it is.
And people think it's a joke, but it's partly true.
I don't hate them. I just don't like what they do most of the time.
There you go. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that I make some errors that other people find offensive or
There you go.
irritating, I'm sure. Like riding my motorcycle way too slow on dirt roads.
Well, we got past that graded section. Now it's pretty hard packed.
It is pretty hard packed now. Let's shift up.
Yep. Good? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? I can't hear you at all. You can hear me? I can't hear you at all.
Connect.
Oh,
Connect.
no, I just volume.
There was a car following you, and they must have turned.
No, he stopped and told me that all the side roads, like this one right here, for example.
Yep.
He said, don't go down any side roads. He said, this one that you're on is a public road, but any of the side roads are private hunting grounds, and it is hunting season.
Oh, so are you saying we should not wear a deer outfit?
No.
And go down a side road? I would suspect, too, they'd get pretty ticked off with us making noise.
So that was nice of him to tell us. I wish I had been recording, though.
Oh, that's all right.
He had a southern drawl like you wouldn't believe.
It's Florida.
Yep. So just let that be a tip for you guys when you're on this first, it's called, well, it's right before you get to Griffin Road, whatever this road is called.
Yep.
I think he called it Old Hugie Road or something. But the first dirt road you come on the Phat, the P-H-A-T, make sure you stay on the main road.
And if you look here, this is evidence.
Exactly.
Yes. You don't want to mess up somebody's hunt, that's for sure. And I would assume, not just this road, but any of these roads that cut through and are dirt are probably hunting, whether it's public or private. So you don't want to mess up anybody's hunt, that's for sure.
Rather not become their target either.
Yeah, you mess up their hunt, you might be their target. Little squishy.
My front tire's dancing all over the place.
Yes, it is. Me too.
Woo!
All right. And cut.
I gotta stop following you. My tire wants to follow your track.
Well, seeing as how it's 2:30, we might need to hoof it if we want to get someplace before dark.
Yep.
Man, this has been a beautiful ride, dude.
It has, man. We've hit a couple of little good spots with dirt, and the dirt wasn't too wet. Yep. We appreciate the warnings, but it was compact enough and not slippery enough. And man, look at the light in the moss.
Unbelievable. I mean, we've got golden hour right now. So cool.
Yeah, man.
We're still on the red line, but we're just on a little country road. There's a lot of these, and we also, the red line took us to a couple little 2-lane highways, places like that. But most of it's been pretty nice off-road stuff.
Yep, so far. But I do like the variation too. You don't spend all the time on the dirt, and then you can plop back onto some asphalt, relax for a little bit, get your legs back underneath you, and then hop back on a little bit more.
Absolutely.
That's going to be great. And we're right on time to our destination, probably for the evening. We're about 35 minutes, 17 miles or 35 minutes away from our destination this evening.
And where is that going to be?
That's Mom's house.
Doesn't everybody want to be at Mom's house at the end of the ride?
Yes, it's the Bennett family farms. Not really farms. There's some horses and there's some other livestock that they keep as pets.
I'm thinking that I need to ask your mom a bunch of questions about what you were like as a kid growing up. What do you think about that?
I think she'll probably answer you honestly, and I'm scared of what she'll say.
All right, you heard it here, guys. Everybody stay tuned. If I get to talk to his mom, I might learn a little thing or two about Jason. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous.
Yes, sir.
And just like that, we're back on the dirt. Woohoo!
Back on the dirt. Hardback too. Do you need a palm tree?
Oh, no joke.
Some palm trees for sale.
I'm still in explore mode. We just got off the dirt, so I'm going to switch to off-road.
Yeah, I have not switched it, and I think I'll just leave it like this for the moment. There's no reason to change it.
All right. I'm switching. I want to be able to gun it if I have to. Off-road. Rear ABS disabled. I really like that feature on these two bikes.
Yes.
I mean, you got to remember, I'm coming from a 2013 CB500X that didn't even have ABS.
Right.
So when I'm off-road and the ABS kicks in and doesn't let me do what I'm trying to do, it bothers me. I get that it's trying to save me, but when you're off-road, it kind of backfires.
Yeah, well, I had ABS on the V-Strom, and it was a 2011, but I never really experienced it as a difficulty simply because it was a difficult bike to ride in the dirt anyhow. So I'm not sure how much. I mean, I am enjoying this bike. I'll tell you right now, it is significantly easier to handle, even in this easy stuff here. It feels so much different than the other bike because of the low center of gravity.
Sure. And 21-inch front wheel.
Oh, all of that, all of it.
Much better suspension.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my confidence under it because we're unfamiliar with each other.
Sure.
And you know, I'm not the greatest dirt rider in the world anyway, but I'm having a ball so far.
So why don't you give us your impressions on the Husqvarna now that you've had it for a little while? I know viewers can go back and watch your first impressions video.
That's right, that's right. I don't have a whole lot of changes from my first impressions because the things that stood out to me when I first rode it are still the things that I find fascinating about it, which are how light it feels, even though it's only 40 pounds or 50 pounds lighter than the V-Strom. But again, low center of gravity. It does have a tremendous amount more horsepower, which doesn't necessarily come into play in terrain like this. But like you just mentioned, the 21-inch front tire is definitely something that I am trying to notice and trying to figure out what it is that makes it feel different than a 19.
Right.
And so, you know, that being only the second bike that I've had and having very little to compare it to, this bike is night and day.
Right.
Even with my limited experience. So with these bar risers from Moto pumps, it gives me just enough height where
makes it comfortable.
It's comfortable. I don't have to bend at the hips at all. And the windshield's nice, but that doesn't help with the terrain. The Pirelli tires, there have been I've heard some people have some issues with the Pirellis, but I'm having a decent experience with them so far. I'm not trying to do anything crazy, but
gun it through that water.
Gunning it through the water. Here we go. And that was awesome.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, Jason did a whole install video on the bar risers that really, I think, completely changed the ergonomics of the bike.
Yes, it did. It's much better. Even sitting, it's much better. I'm a 6 foot tall, so a little bit above average, and so the bars needed to be in a place commensurate with my torso.
Well, this is beautiful out here, man.
Yep. Get a little wiggle going on. I can see you. Oh, that is something I'm noticing right now that I'm saying it out loud. The wiggle does not feel as dramatic on this motorcycle as the other.
That's part of having so much extra suspension.
I suppose. I guess that's true. But it doesn't feel like it's sliding out from under me. It just feels like it's sliding under me. Gotcha.
And the only regret that I have on this trip is I should have changed my tires before it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got 1,500 to 2,000 on those.
No, 4,700.
You've got 4,700 miles on those.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot more than I thought you had.
Yeah. Check out this little bridge. Man, this is awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Cool little stream.
Yep.
If we weren't chasing the sun, we'd probably stop and set up a drone or
at least a selfie.
A GoPro or something there.
At least.
We got to keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
In more ways than one. Ooh, got a little soupy. Got a little soupy.
Yep, I feel it.
All right, well, you guys stay tuned. Next stop is Jason's mom's house.
Sweet.